just another live stream as requested, and because I like to do it, of course. This is 50k. Basically, thank you to you guys. So it gives you guys the opportunity to chat to me, ask me questions and sort of things like that. One thing that I want to get straight away, you'll see it's not in the title anywhere. I don't think, well, in fact, I'm not going to be doing 5 hours. I'm not going to be staying up till 3 a.m. UK time, but I'll go up as long as possible, to be fair. Probably up to about 1 o'clock, because that's normally when Proto Man comes on. So that's probably about 3 hours I'll probably end up doing. And the main reason for that is, although I said I was going to do 5, for me to do 5, I really need to start at like 7 or 8 p.m. But again, there's too much going on. I've literally just put my kids to bed. Some of them are still up. Tyler's up already, which is great. Everybody's slowly coming in, which is good, Tyler. But then I don't know if you know, I haven't. Thank you very much, pal. I don't know if you know or anything yet. Daniel 19, nice to have you on as well. There's another live stream. Big Easy's on, which is great. There's another live stream on Tuesday afternoon. Robotimus is in, fantastic. So yes, I'm going to be doing another live stream on Tuesdays. That's why I'm not. That's probably one of the main reasons. Hello from Philly. Oh, there you go. How you going? Wow, it's all going too fast already. Yeah, so if anybody asks, I'm not doing 5 hours, and that's the mate. I'll tell you again. I'll probably tell about 12 people again after that. I don't know. You can be in that cramped room. It's red hot, mate. It's absolutely red hot. You're right, Bricks and Pixel Geeks. I've got a window open there, then I've got a window open there, and again, I've changed everything all around. Joshua, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. All this, thank you very much, guys. But yeah, so what a crazy couple of weeks then. And all my figures are in my room. 2.7, you see, that's insane, Tyler. B127 is in as well. Brilliant. Nice to have as many of you as possible. As I say, I know it's quite early. It'll pick up. It doesn't matter if it doesn't pick up. I just like chatting to you guys. But it is so hot. And again, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to move things around, because the way the old room was set up, it was literally blocking up absolutely what was in Doncaster B127, anything worth looking at. It was blocking up every single window. So it was turning into a real sweatbox in here, which isn't good, obviously. There's a Toys R Us, no way, which obviously isn't good for vintage figures. So with all the pre-orders next week coming in crazy, aren't they? Is it Silver Bolt? I think the Hasbro one's coming in, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive 2-pack using the Runabout Run Amok mold, and the Seeker mold. That's, what is it called? I can't think what it's called, but that 2-pack's coming in very soon. I had an email from them. And then funny enough, I've got all these up here, which I haven't even opened yet. It's quite funny because my Constructicons only came the other day and I haven't even opened them yet. So I might do that in a bit as well, just for a bit of fun while we're chatting away. I suppose that also just proves as well that I have sent my other ones back. Well, they weren't even mine. As I say, they were never mine in the first place. We'll wait for Pete and a few more people to jump in. I've got my usual obligatory juice here, so we'll play the game on that. July 16th, that's what, 3 weeks away, I would think now, 4 weeks away, near enough. I'm not too sure. I don't know what's happening with all the pre-orders. I get asked this loads. I don't know how all of a sudden something got for pre-order then being available straight away. I think they like to test the water, to be fair, with some of them. Tyler's going to switch to laptop. Then he can mess around and talk as well. There's not many UK. There's what brand of juice to use? I change it all the time for the flavour, but I just literally, it's just Tesco quadruple strength. Nice and simple, nothing fancy. Doesn't need to be anything fancy at all, to be honest. What I have got next to me, though, again, thanks to the people who jumped in on the live stream, which I did Thursday night. I'm doing loads of these at the moment, but again, I really enjoy them. So you can't beat Tesco. I use the club card points and get Virgin points. And again, I think I can show you guys this. I'm really lucky. My guy's all right. Paul, thank you very much. Daniel, thank you very much. That was mine. I don't know if you saw my room tour video I put up yesterday. He's embarrassingly just sat on the side. I managed to get Soundwave blocking Studio Perceptor pack off a new website. Oh, I need to get the Studio Perceptor, to be fair. I looked in with this guy. He's absolutely fine, I believe. I haven't touched him, to be fair, since we did the live stream unboxing. The rest of the box is funnily enough, I've put it up in the attic, so that's how far behind I am. I'm going to the Toys R Us tomorrow, then back home. Photo of my TFN. Fantastic. More real members than Anfield. Behave yourself. Is the Haslab bigger than the Eurovision? I don't know, to be fair. I do have the original here, but he's in fully combined mode, so I think it's a slightly bit bigger, to be fair. I'm not expecting much from Toys. I don't think there is. I didn't even know there was any more. I thought they'd got rid of them all. B127. Then I heard there was a couple of them. I always enjoy the live stream. That's great to me. I was nervous when you were transforming it. Yeah, you were there with us, weren't you? Which was great. 1001 Hobbies Russ, a bit more pricey though. Right, let me see if I can take all this off without damaging anything. I'm throwing bits apart already. Just to see. I don't know if it's bigger or smaller. Let's have a quick look. Let's separate all of these. I think somebody told me that the new one is slightly bigger. But again, oh, I've just dropped. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just a shoulder thing. So it's just a powered up part. I can take that off. I can collapse this all the way down. And then we can see, can't we? We can see if it's bigger or not. You can definitely tell which is the newer because of the white. So bigger. The Haslab is bigger. The Haslab is bigger than the original. Only by, by about an inch actually. So there you go. This is the one for me that, and it sounds weird, but it doesn't sound weird. It sounds really obvious. I'm not as excited for this. I think it's good, but because I literally don't know anything about it, apart from having to, I brought this intentionally to learn about this figure. Whereas with the other Haslabs, obviously everybody's heard of Unicron, and for me, I'd heard of, every little helps. Transformers WWE Collector, hi, thanks for jumping in. But because obviously the Japanese ones, everybody knows how much I love. I'm there Friday, Saturday and Sunday this year around, Daniel, so I'm sure I'll be meeting you there. Yeah, so because I didn't know anything about it, the Japanese ones I love. I think Desirus is still my favourite, to be fair, guys. I think he's better than Victory Saber. I love Desirus. I'm thinking Leo Kaiser's going to beat him, to be honest. But this one seems fun because the original I've had to play with obviously now, and it does seem fun. So we'll wait and see. I don't know how long it's going to be before I actually get the Haslab review done. I think I'll do exactly what I said to some people. I'll copy what I think it was Emgo, because he comes up in my feed sometimes. Just as soon as you see me, Dan, just grab me, mate. Don't worry about it. Just grab me. It's absolutely fine. I'll be in between. There's so many different people I'm going to meet, going to help out, and yeah, to be fair, so there's obviously Primetime Toys Moth's going to be there, so I'm going to be doing a bit on his store. My good friend Andrew Rodwell's going to be there, so I'm going to be doing a bit on his store. My other good friend Paul from the Space Bridge, I won't be doing anything on his store, but I'll probably just be standing there chatting to him. And then of course, there's a few other things all going on as well, so I'm just going to be there dotted about here, there and everywhere, and just chatting as much as I can, to be honest. I'm very, very, very guilty of not what's the word I'm after, not seeing any of the panels, which yeah, I'm just maybe this year I'll change that, and maybe I'll have a word, or maybe I'll make more of an effort to sit down and listen to some of the panels. Again, I'm quite lucky though, because when we do TF Nation, because it's so TF UK rather, because it's so much smaller, you get to actually speak to the artists and things like that then anyhow. However, TF Nation's, it's got some guests again this year. It's going to be fantastic. It's got loads of voice actors, which of course at the moment TF UK hasn't got any yet, which will be good. What's to expect other than the toy haul? I'm not sure what the panels are. So I'll come to that in a second, Tyler. So basically it's like in a huge, it's at a massive hotel, but there's loads of different areas. So there's a bar where you can get your food and everybody will be having a social meeting. There'll be a reception where you can get your stuff and just register and get your band. Then there's like a giant hall, which I suppose the only way I can describe it, it's a little bit like a cinema room. So there'll be loads of chairs, there'll be a big screen at the back, and you'll get your voice actors or your comic people or anybody that's involved in the industry who's got a story, who's either, you know, an animator or something like that, and then they'll interview them and they'll do a panel. So they'll talk to him and they'll talk to the audience, and the audience will ask questions and stuff. So I suppose that's the main, well, it depends what you're looking at. That could be one of the main reasons you go. The other reason, as you've just said yourself, is there's a trader hall. The trader hall is insane. It is carnage. It is busy. If it's hot like this, it will be borderline unbearable. I'm not going to lie, because it's very hot and it's very crowded. But the good thing about the trader hall is once the rush is sort of gone, it still stays busy, but it's a good vibe there. Everybody's enjoying things, everybody's buying things, finding things. You've got all the main stores in the middle. And so what I mean by main stores, you've got Nicker in Demand, as I just said, you've got Space Bridge, Primetime Toys. I think Kapow will be there, they normally are. Then there's some smaller independent people who sell art. Yes, she will be bankrupt. Who sell artwork, who sell key rings, keychains, 3D printed stuff. There's usually RoboSend, there's guaranteed to be blockies, and then you've got around the back of the walls, just sort of slightly out of the way, you've got you like Simon Furman, Andrew Wildman. I don't know if they're there, I'm just giving you names. So UK comic guys, then US voice people, etc. And you can just get autographs. Some of them you sell your signed prints, some of them sell individual comics, some of them sell their new stuff. But it's just about the social to me. And as I say, I didn't go to any before lockdown, which was weird, just because I didn't really, I don't know, I just always looked, I'd rather buy a toy. That's what I thought. I always thought, rather than spend the money. But since I've been to them, I go to as many as I can because of how much I love it. It's so good. There's just, if you think about it, that every single person that's there is of the same mindset as yourself, and everybody who's in this chat right now. So everybody who's chatting away, even though it's a bit quiet at the moment, and even you guys are a little bit quiet at the moment, we're all there. We've all got this same mindset. We all just want to go. We all just want to have some fun. Look at some Transformers, maybe buy some Transformers, get some free merch. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. Rowan's Corner is going to be there as well again, I think. So there's going to be a complete mixed bag. And that's the best thing about it. You will be able to find stuff that's like millions of things. We've got early access Saturday purely for the trade on. I'm looking forward to a day with Pure. Daniel, even though you've got early access, they start queuing from 7 a.m, pal. They start queuing earlier than that. Like, I've got up early to go down for breakfast, and there's people sitting stroke lying down on the floor outside the trader hall doors, and I'm not even joking in the slightest. It's busy, but it's good. As you say, the main reason it's so busy, and the main reason obviously you've paid for early access, is because there could be that absolute gem there that there's only one of, and it's what you're after. It's like nothing is like nothing I need. You say that though, Tyler, but as soon as you walk inside, I say that every time. Last year I said was the year that I don't need anything, and I genuinely didn't need anything, and I ended up spending 3 times more than what I had done before, and I don't even know why. We have a 2-hour drive nearly. I'm quite lucky that Birmingham was quite close to me. It's on the other side of Birmingham, so it's about an hour, just over an hour. If it was this side of Birmingham, it'd be 45 minutes. But because it's on the other side, it's about an hour and 10. Unless the motorway is closed or there's roadworks or whatever. But it's very easy to get to. That's the other thing to let people know. If you're thinking of coming, even if you're coming by plane, guys, as you know, there's people, Diamond Bolt's been before. That toy guy's been before. But people do, international travellers come because it's such a big event and it's so easy. It's literally on Birmingham Airport. Unless they don't have, then yeah. Tyler, there will be. It's insane. They're literally, there will be something that you haven't got. That's the thing. Sometimes they've got lucky draws there and stuff. All the gold original figures, like £10,000, etc. There's loads of stuff that you won't have. You haven't even got any G1. So what you're talking about, Tyler? You don't own any G1, do you? So that's an entire massive rabbit hole you could go down if you wanted to. And they'll have all the other, as I say, exclusives, etc. But again, it's fun. It is fun. And I can't believe how fast that's coming round. It's August, isn't it? Unless you want to be in my bank. Luke Snowball, nice to have you on here as well. JP, speaking of the Battersea store, even we get some people flying into London for the store. Exactly. Jake, nice to have you. You're on here too. It's true. They do. They fly in. They do that. I don't collect G1 apart from retro. So there you go. They will do. They fly in especially for this event. It's huge. Again, I think it was 2 years ago that toy guy came over. Well, I don't have to go to do G1. Yeah, you'd need to buy a house to do G1, Tyler. If you're anything like me, you need to build an extension or of some sort. I was going to ask if you own any lucky draw figures. I haven't, to my knowledge, got any lucky draw figures at all. So yeah, no gold figures at all. I'm still kicking myself. In fact, it's one of my biggest regrets. It was somebody offered me a bit of a random one at the top of the TF wish, the Greek G1. Oh, the El Greco version. That's a good one, Andy. That is a good version. Bloody Uber BPS because the train's got there. You're joking. Train stopped because it's hot. What was I coming back to then? I was coming back to, it's well worth visiting Battersea. What was I coming back to? No, that's it. It was the somebody offered me and I turned it down, and I probably could have afforded it, but it would have definitely gone on a credit card. The Black Tracks figure. So whether it was a lucky draw or it was a mail away or I think it was an employee specialist. And I think there's only 100 of them, isn't there? Somebody offered it me for like not a really low price, but probably a zero off what it's selling for now, to give you an idea of how. What was I going to say? Yeah, for like at least half the price of what it's going now for anyway. So I'm a bit gutted about that. But again, I'm going through this massive cull. I'm going through this massive change around. Yes, I find a Haslab, a Mega Prime, slightly more hopeful. My biggest. Have you pre-ordered one already, or do you want one? Because I think In Demand have got some. I don't know if the old Gamer Edition, Optimus and Megatron for the backdrops or the new reissues. They'll have them there. The old the new ones as well. You hot to kick the Asian girl off first. Tyler 121 missed the backing period. So there will be one there, Jake. In Demand have got a couple. I know they have. I think quite topical at the moment is the Hot Wheels. Yes, it does, of course. I was offered that. I was offered it for, I think it was $400. Do you have both normal blockies from both Wave 1 and Shining? I think I've got them all. Yeah, Bayverse is in. There you are, Bay. We wonder where Pete is, actually. Where's Pete? He's not jumped in yet. Even Russ, congrats 50k. Finally got. To be fair, look, Dave, mine came 2 days ago, so they're still here now. So thing is though, and I know this sounds spoiled, but I've had to play with them, so I know how good they are. So I'm not. Thanks, B. I don't. If I DTF the Haslab at TF Nation, I'll be making a beeline. They will do 100%. I can message Nick if anybody wants me to message Nick personally. I can ask. I can ask him to to hold you one if you want. What was I say? Yeah, so because I've had to play around with these, etc., I haven't even opened mine. In fact, this is how bad I am, guys, because I'm going through changing my room around. I found the fact that I hadn't even opened my Springer yet. Because obviously I got to, that was the first MCM I did with over a year ago in May. And of course he was there, so I got to play around with him loads. So when mine came, because I played around with him so much, I've not even opened him. So that's a bit embarrassing because it's a great figure. Yeah, Tyler, that's the one you need, isn't it? What am I looking for? I'm not looking for anything, and I mean that genuinely. I mean, there's two figures that it depends. What do people think that the new Haslab will be? My Smith's. How did it? Wow, that's interesting to know. Keep in mind box until I have the full set, then I'll be watching your videos. I'll have to do it all again. Russ, spill the tea. I don't know what's going on. Super Gamer, hello. Tyler, mate. Yes, what are we talking about? Just spill the tea. What the next Haslab's going to be? It's Leo Kaiser. We know it is. Leo Kaiser's next one. Booking my hotel and tickets on Monday. I'm so late. I believe, Brandon, the hotel's sold out, but I know that Ben Williams, the Man United fan I introduced you to at TF UK Con, happy birthday for tomorrow, Super Gamer. He's booking as well, so he's getting a room. He hasn't. I don't think he's booked his yet. Anyone else have the likes of Star Convoy, Silverbolt, and Vortex come through? There he is. Talk of the devil, Ben. There you go. Ben, have you booked the hotel for Thingy yet? Because Bayverse, the other Man United fan I introduced you to, who just popped up in the chat, he's not booked his yet. I'm here just other chat. Ah, Darren, nice to have you on here as well. I've seen there's a Moxie around the NEC. I think that's cheaper. Not yet. I originally didn't like the Studio Series constructions because Scrapper and Bone Crusher are not really great figures. They can actually combine, unlike the skeleton combiners. They've honestly, I said from day dot, they're really good. Just because they're small, they're robust, they're great. And do you know what? I might do exactly what you just said. Hold on. Ben, happy 50. Thank you, Road Caesar. If it was Road Caesar, I'd be made up. But I don't know how they do it. I don't think Road Caesar would warrant a Haslab, because it's only 3 vehicles, isn't it? They'd have to be like huge cars there, which means that they wouldn't scale. So I don't know how they do it. I really don't know how they do a Road Caesar. Don't get me wrong, I would love a Road Caesar because he's one of my favourite figures. I'm just thinking of something big. I was thinking that maybe they do like a 2-pack. Obviously, we've just got Magnus and Omega Prime. Maybe they did a Grandis and Sky Gary. And of course, because everybody's brought or will be buying Star Convoy, my family wanted a trip to this old days by VCR transfer. Yeah, you got to watch that movie. It's the next year. It's next year's 2020. It's the 40th anniversary of the movie, isn't it? That would be. I thought, to be fair, I thought Leo Kaiser was not going to be Leo Kaiser. I thought it was going to be Grandis and Sky Gary, because the way they kept, well, what I thought was hinting things, but they weren't. They were hinting Japanese Transformers, but not Japanese Victory Transformers. And I think if Star Convoy, yes, Luke, I'll be there all weekend. You've seen the QC. Yeah, I've been really I've seen that on the thing, but I haven't got mine yet. on VHS in the 90s. CRTV is the best way to watch it. I don't think I've got a video. I've got a video player in the garage, but I doubt if it would work, to be fair. I've got about 4 copies of that movie on video as well, to be honest. I've got so many videos. I've got the entire Beast Wars, and I've still not watched them, obviously, on thingies. Am I going to Reading? I don't know. There's that going. I heard about the Star Convoy chest issues, TF Nation. Looks like an easy fix. Yes, it does easy. Retro action. I'm so excited for Haslab. I can't wait for Leo Kai. It's going to be amazing. I'll be there, Luke. Just come and grab me, mate. If you see me, just come and grab me. Same as everybody else will be doing, which is fun. But yeah, there'll be loads of people there, and you'll meet people there as well. Yeah, I know TF Nation Reading. I don't know. I need to check. The problem again, the only thing that's close to me is TF UK Con and TF Nation because it's in Birmingham. Everything else is miles away. Obviously, the London Battersea store's miles away. What was my first Transformers memory? I was super, super lucky to get Optimus and Megatron for Christmas in '84. Don't be too, Luke. Just honestly, just come and grab me. Don't worry about it. Or if you're with somebody and you send them over to grab me, don't worry about it. It's no problem whatsoever. Enjoying your route. Thank you, Darren. It's sort of done. It's well, in fact, it's nowhere near done, but it's way better. Isn't it weird? Things like it just makes me feel instantly calmer when I walk in. I've got what I wanted. I've got about 14 storage boxes in the attic, which is useless. But the plan is, this is the plan, so I can show you anyway. So these are sort of the main ones that I'm going to be keeping. So I've got like Studio Series this side. There's Studio Series 86. Exactly, you already speak to me already, so you feel like you already speak to me anyway. And then I've kept the shattered glass ones as well. And then what I've got here is, oh, I'm knocking everything over, is some of the newer figures. But then what I'm going to be keeping in the sides down the bottom that's going all around here is basically like basically all the figures that I'm going to use for reviews. So, you know, when I do compare him to this particular prime, compare him to that particular prime, because that's the main reason why I've decided to sell things, because I was keeping so many figures to do comparisons. And let's be honest, 90% of the figures, people don't have them all. Everybody's got a prime. So if I bring out an Earthrise prime or a Commander prime, the Deluxe prime, everybody's got a prime. So they're really the only things I need to give people an idea of scale. So that's another reason why I've had to move everything out. But I have managed to bring up my new roommate. I've managed to get him up here, and I was going to sell him, but I like him there, so I'm going to keep him there. So he's there right now. That took ages. That took ages to get him up, like literally ages. So he's in here now, which is cool. And I've got some plans, as I say, for this. This was pretty much half empty. These here were disgraceful. They'd fallen all over everywhere, so I need to sort that out. I hadn't put any of the mini spies or mini bots up. He's not paying rent, but that's why I'm not going to sell him yet. I'm going to use him for loads of videos, so he can pay his rent that way. I'm going to use him for as many videos as I can. I was going to attempt to do a review on him, but it's too, honestly, it took me and the wife like ages just to move him. I think he's 48 kilo, which sounds insane because that's heavier than my kids. That's heavier than my eldest, and he's nearly 10. But also at the same time, is he now your favourite child? No, he's definitely not. He's a pain in the bum. Windcharger, nice to have you. He's too big, he's too heavy, he's too bulky. And every time, in fact, she was absolutely petrified when we were transforming. Well, I wasn't transforming, I was trying to sit him down on a box. So I had more space. So as I was bending the knees then, which he's supposed to do, gee, has he got a die-cast frame to something? I was out almost as heavy as my dad. That's crazy. Honestly, it is. It is too much. One under each half. But when his joints, his ratchets, they're so loud. It sounds like you're going to break it. His hips are so tight. So when you move his thighs to bring his knees up, etc., it's just petrifying at the same time. Oh, there you go. She's actually watching. So a big shout out to my wife. She's just she helped me get it up the stairs. So they're watching. I didn't even know they were watching. So there you go. So if my wife's watching, which is Becky, of course, then we have to say hello. Everybody in the chat say hello, Grandad John. And then so many people say that now just because it's funny because he must be watching it as well. And if my kids are awake, which they probably shouldn't be, hello, Riley, Darcy, and Elora, just in case they are as well. But you never know. You never know. But yeah. There you are. Say hello, Grandad John. Hello, hello, hello. Here they all come. But he's so heavy. But evening, Mrs. Russ and Grandad John. See, there you go. Is that she'll message me in a minute and say thanks. Yeah, anyway, everybody's doing it. It's heavy. And too much to transform. Too much to transform. I need to. I don't know how I'm going to do it, so I'll just keep him there to what's I say? Yeah, to just put little videos on it for heights and things like that. I've lost track now. Everybody's saying it. You must have at least 30 there, John. Hope you're happy. A safe journey home as well before I see you go, because I'll be on here till late. Jamie's jumped in. Jamie, you're amazing. Jamie, guys, Jamie doesn't really get in here. Jamie's the guy who's done my the Toys R Us logos and the back logos. He's done that. Hello, Mrs. Russ. So yeah, he's the genius behind the Toys R Us with all the G1 figures behind it. Ben, he's up your end. Well, no, he's up Manchester. He's from he's near you, so he's coming up past your end. Everybody's saying hello to you now, Bexy. Are you happy? So look, everybody's saying hello to you. Pulse fan stream Tuesday. Yes, that's why I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to do that on the that will definitely be Megatron. Megatron will be revealed then, which is good. Ben, which part of Manchester? You know, you're Gosport, aren't you, Cushwell? Because I've sent you some parcels. Hello, Mrs. Rusty. When you... What's that going? It's going too fast. I got to read it. The chat went too fast then. When you were a kid, did you want to move movie stores to get movies on VHS? Yes, all the time. Gosport Manxie. He's... oh, no, he used to be Shaw, but now he lives in Glossop. Is it classed as Glossop? No, it's Hyde. Anyway, it's one of the two. Somewhere up there. Up near where you are, anyway. Yes, I did go to VHS stores. Now I feel a little bit like, what's going on? Do you do other graphics? No, it's not Tyler who does the graphics. It's Jamie Maddox. What was I going to say? I've forgotten your real name, Bricks and Pixel, but Jamie Maddox is in our Discord. So you can contact him directly there if you want. Hello to the real master of the house. See, Bex, that's for you there. You see, Paul's saying hello to that. Or just keep chatting. Where is it, Jamie? Chat to then Daniel. Of course it is. Jamie, chat to Daniel, because your graphics and your art designs are brilliant. G1 KOs, which, have you seen the new Scorponok? I've not seen it in hand, but it does look good. Missing Link Reinhardt and Ratchet are rumoured to be released after Magnus. I saw that today. That was in that was on TFW 2005, wasn't it? It makes perfect sense because they were the ones that were the most useless, weren't they? They were the most useless out of the original figures. So if they did them, what's new? Oh, chatting. Russenbeck's is better than Poschenbeck's. It's way better. It's way better. I could be inspired to do some music. Tyler, you can play the piano. Bex, Tyler played the piano for us at the Battersea store and it was brilliant. Well, you are a music teacher, Tyler, so I would expect that from you, which is good. It's only with less bad media. Where's Brandon gone? Because Brandon's from up north as well. Where's all you northerners in the chat? Where's he gone? He appeared, then he gone. I wonder where Pete is. Pete hasn't come in yet. He's normally in by now. But it's 10:30, and I think, yeah, when it gets like 11, 11:30, and America starts coming on, then there's loads more people. So what's everybody else been doing in the day? Oh, there, she's in. That's my wife, everybody. Bexy, that's my wife. There you go. She's in. Pete would love the news. Pete would, oh yeah, Missing Link. Of course he would know. He'd hate all the numbers anyway. So there you go. Don't get to practice too much though. But if you're a teacher, don't you get to practice? She's going to chime in the chat now. I got my G1 coach. My last gift was 90s video. That's a great gift. You can't beat a good Optimus, can you? Hello, Darren Lee. Not sure what you mean, videos. I don't know. I think he's on about the videos that I've been doing retro. I know you're chatting amongst yourself and it gets confusing. Wind charges there. Didn't know there were 2 versions of Roller. Only familiar with there's 3 versions of Roller. That's why I've got the 3 versions coming up. There's this light blue, dark blue. You better hide. There's the light blue, dark blue, and silver. Silver Roller was the first. That came with the first edition. So with the bloated parts. That's because you want to learn Transformers and stuff. When you put a tape in and just... Yeah, the old school... Apparently videos are coming back like vinyl is. But it'll be interesting to see. What's boring Mrs. Ross, aka without boring Mrs. Ross, aka Bex? What do we think will be announced on Tuesday? Well, it's Studio Series, isn't it? So it's going to be all movie figures, all the movie figures that are going to be released. So it will be 86 figures. So maybe we'll get a new Seeker because they've used Starscream's mold. They've got Starscream as a mould. Megs will definitely be there. What's her name from Age of Extinction? The Travolta got 200 cassette tapes. That's 8. Yeah, cassettes of, again, I've got loads upstairs in the attic as well. What's the name of that character, the female character that's been leaked everywhere? Widowmaker, I thought it was. So I presume we'll see her. Widowmaker, there you go. So we will see, I would imagine as well. Are they classing the game as they are, aren't they? So the game is a studio series, so they'll have the side swipe. Yeah, they'll get, so we'll see the side swipe, we'll see the no, there wasn't Optimus. So they've reissued them, but the other one was side swipe. And who was the other one? Coming in the gamer editions, because that's studio series, so they'll reveal them. They'll reveal Widowmaker, they'll do Megatron. I don't know what else, I can't remember what else was on the preview list. Excuse me. That's what they'll be. Again, they'll encompass. I haven't made too many videos recently. They're going to call it Agent Widow instead of, are they? Why is that? Is that because of copyright or something? Because again, Venom's obviously now called Venin, which is rubbish. Grimlock, I don't know. Heeljack, most of the time I use my woman. Needs internet back in the. No, exactly. Yeah, that's the good thing. The only problem with tapes though is obviously if it gets chewed up. Overwatch. Oh no. Oh, Overwatch. Do they? Okay. I think we'll see a Titan Metroplex repackaged. I would imagine so. Because if they do, then they can just retool it straight into Fort Max as well, can't they? If they retool it into Fort Max, then they've got 2 uses of the mould, and then they'll make a load of money. So I would imagine so. Widowmaker is a main character from the game, so yeah. So they'll have to change the name then. Is Wheeljack? It's okay. Thanks, Tyler. That's it. So Wheeljack and Sideswipe from Devastation. I won't get the Devastation Sideswipe because I have the Siege Sideswipe, and I'd rather give him the Siege. Retroaction. I'll hit your shorts videos now and enjoy them. Got them on pre-order. Yeah, they're just there's about 18 uses of that mold, isn't there? PBTS 140 last week. It's sad that we won't get a Transformers 2 at the moment. They're saying we won't, which is a bit gutting, but again, say the streaming does. The streaming's been very popular, hasn't it? And of course it's got to be still pretty popular. That's what they'll be. You've just reminded me. Transformers 1 figures, so there'll be Elita, there'll be Starscream, because that's obviously Studio Series. So yes, they'll have Transformers 1 figures, they'll have Transformers Devastation figures, Studio Series 86, and Age of Extinction at least. So yeah, they'll probably fill a stream with them, to be honest. And then maybe a couple of secrets that we haven't seen. Maybe a series. Paramount might do that. That's a good point, actually, Ben. Let's see what happens after the Paramount deal. Yeah, exactly. Because everybody knows that it is actually the best movie. I have to say Soundwave and Shockwave just sound like the old voice actors. The Soundwave and Shockwave voices, yeah, they were brilliant. Funnily enough, the Shockwave voice is just, I think he's on Instagram. I was chatting to him briefly earlier, shall I say. So, what was I going to say? They haven't done a studio series Shockwave yet. There's a Blockies one. There's another one. I reckon we will see more films. Rise the Beast, I kind of like Devastation figures. They're pretty neat reprints. I'm going to head off now. Thanks, Paul. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for jumping in. TF Mark 1 mainline was mainly just Optimus Prime. We had a one this year. Rest. Take care, Paul. Soundwave's voice actor is John Bailey and all day. Yes. Russ, please do a classic Pretender Starscream showcase. I'll be patient. I know. I'll do one as soon as I can, buddy. They haven't. You're right. Is the Soundwave actor going to be your new narrator? It's not Soundwave. It's Shockwave. It would be good, actually. Maybe I should get him to do a voice. He could do a voiceover, couldn't he? Sam is in. How you doing, Sam? You all right? Where have you been? Oh, no. Sam went to BotCon last week, guys. Sam's just got back from BotCon. So if you want to ask Sam any BotCon questions, because he was there. Where was it, Sam? Was it Baltimore? I can't think where it was this year. My dream job is to do a voice for Transformers for Hasbro. Super Gamer, you need to speak to some of the people on the YouTube. Right, loads of people are always looking for voice actors to do their stop motions and stuff like that, and that's how some people start. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Transformers 1 mainline was very disappointing. Yeah, the mainline figures were awful. Well, they weren't awful. That's a bit of a fib, but they were just super basic, weren't they? And I think that's what they've done now. I think they've completely which Soundwave, Tyler? The Blockies one. They've just totally gone between the classes now. You can see. Yeah, what was the BotCon exclusives? I can't remember. They used to be really good BotCon figures, whereas The ones the other day were, which ones were they? They were awful. Which one was it? Them stupid ones that turned into actual blocks. I didn't like them. YOLO Park, of course it was. That's decent. YOLO Park are obviously a good collaboration. My impressions, they say. Honestly, then Super Gamer, you should just check. There's so many people. In fact, next time somebody asks me, I'll tell them to check you out, because there's loads of people. There's BS Prime who does, but he needs voice actors as well. Commander's Jet Fire to this. I don't know. I know they're going to do obviously the SDCC version, which is the Void Rivals, which is, to be honest, a very, no, they won't do a. Did someone say about Studio Series 86? They won't do Studio Series 86 because he's not in the 86 movie. So I suppose that's the drawback with that. I saw the Transformers 1 figures at our Walmart a while back. No, they were a bit boring. The white one, which is the Void Rivals, which is the new one, is the San Diego Comic Con exclusive, and it comes with the 2 little figures and the comic issue 1, which is I like the look of that, to be fair, but it's huge. But it's a great figure. It's a great mold. And I think the color scheme's way better than the Siege, to be honest. And again, everybody knows how much I love the Masterpiece. I'm just looking at it up there, and I've still got yours downstairs as well, Ben. Save it for TF Nation for you. Is that what you want me to do? And I've got somebody Siege. I've got Jonathan. I've got one of you guys in the chat. Love the figures, but it's so pain to fit. Hope we get a show as good as Transformers Prime. That would be good. Yes, Ben, I've got him saved downstairs. So if any of your other stuff arrives, I'll bring that with me directly. And I've got Joshua's Siege Optimus Prime as well, which again is in the room downstairs, and I'll save that. I'm going to end up with a huge box of stuff to bring to TF Nation, because all the stuff that people have reserved from me or asked me to get for them. So that'll be good, at least. Get a load of figures. So people, at least they know what they're going to be getting when they get there, which is good. It's so hot in here. It really is. Sam, did you get the silver or the gold one like me? I can't remember which your picture was, if it was silver, because they've got these in silver and gold, haven't they? So they're always changing their stock there, which is brilliant. I wonder where Pete is. I'm worried, actually, because Pete hasn't even come in. Pete hasn't even said hello. So that's unlike Pete. Even if he's really busy, he'll at least say, I went for silver. Same as me. It's one thing I hate is that one tier one didn't do well. Yeah, it's annoying, and that's because they marketed it terribly. They marketed it for kids. Funny enough, Peter I'm talking about there, he's not in the chat. He still hasn't seen it because, and he's a huge TF fan. I mean, he's massive on all Transformers. His collections are huge and they're insane, but he's still not seen that movie because the trailer just put him off instantaneously. It was very, very bad marketing. I think they over-egged trying to get the kids involved, and I think, as we all know, because the people in the chat, apart from Windcharger, B127 and a couple of others, we're all 30 plus. Whereas TF1, they have it D16 killing Cell Prime the same way. Yes, they did. They did. I think that's just it's something. I think that was an Easter egg intentionally, wasn't it? It is such a shame, but that's what they did. Terrible marketing. The race window didn't help it. And also, yeah, it was 2 months late in the UK, and funnily enough, it went up against Wild Robot, didn't we? And we ended up, me, the wife, and the kids went to watch Wild Robot the other day, and that's a really good film. Really good film. From the boxes, probably, but B1, I didn't. GD 50 plus. As soon as it came out in States, the advert stopped. It wasn't released anywhere else for months. Yeah, that's it. What did it say? The only reason they've just dropped the thingy is because they just want it to be all uniform, but they still won't do anything unless it is a Studio Series figure. Yeah, it was a harsh release window in the UK. It was too late. We knew. I mean, I managed to avoid a lot of it as much as I could. To be fair, I managed to move. I've just realised I can sit down here now because I've moved everything. So I'm going to for a minute. Can I fit inside here? Yeah, there you go. I can sit inside here now. Oh, I've just kicked over a figure. Yeah, it was way too late. Everybody knew everything about it. I know we knew the origin story, but give us skids and mud. They're not allowed though. They won't give you a skids and a mud flap ever now. I can't sit back there because I can't read what it's saying there. It opened here, and that was nearly a month after the US. I think it was later than that, Retro. I think they got it way before. I'm sure they got it really early. I can't remember the exact dates. but I know they got it super early. Oh, wow, that's fast. Whoa, 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 that flew. I need to pick up my iPad to catch that up. There you go. Pete's in. Pete, we missed you, mate. We were worried about you because, yeah, because you weren't there. Right, that's too fast. 11th October, over here. I don't know if it was after half term, I believe, so it's me. Mark's in. Thanks for Blue Streak. Who's that? Thanks. Which Blue Streak is it? Oh, of course, I know who you are. Correct. It's because you haven't got your real names on here. But yes, no problem. I'm glad you've got a Blue Streak. Of course, from met you loads of times. I didn't know this was happening. You've just come in. It was just because of my 50k, Pete. Don't worry. There you are, Daniel. Thanks for that. What's the reason? The reason is just because, yeah, they're racist. Exactly that. You've hit the nail on the head there. They're just not PC, are they, at the moment? They're not very PC at all. And I didn't like the characters anyway, even when I watched it. Again, it was that where they dumbed it down, where they made it, then they're more likely to make a way return. They made it, they just made them look stupid. And no, I'm 50. You're not doing. No, I'm not done to do the 5, Pete. I decided because it came around so fast, and because I don't want to stay up till 3 a.m. I'll do a good 3 or 4, maybe. Who knows? It depends because I'm wide awake now. It's too hot anyway. Kids have only just gone to bed. Haven't got a super early start. I'll probably go until about 1 because Proto Man comes on at 1. Same way in TF1 over the yellow boys are in the gym until then we get the red post in the credit scheme. Yes. What was Michael thinking? Yeah, he ruined the skids in Mudflap because it was a shame. I was known best for the Vector Prime guys, but I think Blue Streak will be more remote. I don't think having Transformers films for 2 years in a row. No, exactly. They should have given it a bit of a breather, to be fair. There are so many trash things for the rest of us. So many Karens out there. They were initially intended to be Mafia impersonators. They were going to be Mafia, were they? I couldn't believe how bad they were. I think, do you know anything about Revenge of the Fallen for me is, there's a couple of really good, like when Optimus powers himself up, I love it, because I think it's when he's powering up as Power Master Prime, whatever you want to call it, Power Jet Prime, I love that. But a lot of it, and that guy, you know, he's driving Agents, one man, and it just drives me nuts. Oh, there we go, I can't keep up with this. This is crazy. What we got here? When I look at Bay vs Optimus, I think of Peace 48. Yeah, they made Optimus an idiot. They made Bumblebee wee on people. That's just not Transformers, so I'm not happy with that. Talk about how May and July process came at the end of June. Yes, they all came out too early, didn't they? We're all skint. But they did it in April. They did it in April when everything came out. The entirety of Wave 1 all flew out at once, which was crazy. That's it. One man alone. They once is enough. That's all you need to do. Peter say baby, Optimus is just not Optimus. Yes, even Peter Cullen said that. Now that the 86 Megatron has been made, who do you think it's left for them to make? Anybody who's in the movie, that's what they've said. They've said from day dot they will literally do everybody who's in the movie. So you've got the rest of the Seekers, all of them. So that's why I reckon that's why they're reissuing Thrust, because of course Thrust gets smashed by Optimus, doesn't he? So they'll re-release, they'll use that mold again and change the colour ever so slightly. I'm sure they will. Joel should have been the one with the Bumblebee and Sam and the other twins. I'm still gonna be here hanging back a bit less. No worries, Darren. Just you do what you got to do, pal. We could get Unicron. I don't think so. Didn't they say they'd never use a Haslab mold again? I don't know. Joel, that reminds me of a song by a band called Michael Learns to Rock called Paint My Love. Really moving. I don't think I've ever heard that. I don't know. There you go, Pete. See. His concept was so interesting. Give me broken nose Thrust has. Exactly. They will definitely, well, they're already reissuing Thrust, so they'll do that. Just think of all the ones they're going to do. What's the word I'm after? So we're going to get another Blitzwing as well, aren't we, guys, to be fair? Which, to be honest, I think they're just going to use the Takara version from the Triple Threat. I would imagine that's all they're going to do. There you go then, Pete. Now you're in. You can have a guess. It feels like G1 Optimus spend the freedom. I know you like to have a guess. Bit of a game. TF Nation, Pete. August. One of the weekends in August. Dark of the Moon Jolt is a cool... Oh, not the original cool figure. That's horrible. Blackcurrant and apple. Nope. It does have apple in it though, but not blackcurrant. As if we do dumb games like this and people watch. It's funny. 8th to the 10th. Yes, that's it. It's a full weekend. Oh, I wish it was Vimto. We got some in the fridge actually. I should have put Vimto in it. Can't wait TFN. Any sandwiches? You're the sandwich man, Ben. No, no sandwiches. I had a Chinese. Earlier. That was nice. Just summer fruits. Nearly. There's only two. There's only 2 fruits. There's even a great job figure out there. Vimto back. Vimto's amazing. Princeton's in. Thanks for jumping on, Princeton. Everybody's starting to come in now. I hope we do get a new Transformers game. We will get to play. If they don't do new molds for 86, Astro Train, Soundwave and Shockwave, there's really no need to buy them. They'll just do different colours, Andrew. That's all they'll do. G2 Jolt, I sold that on. I've got the TF4 version as well of him. Or did I sell that to you, Brandon? I think you've got it now. I think I've sold it to you already, haven't I? I don't know what they'll do. They'll definitely give Blitzwing the same colour scheme. They'll give the, not sure about Tiff Nation, as I'm a bit scared. It won't be the draw anymore. It'll be Guess the Drink over Deluxe. Hi. Yeah, the draw, yeah, because Peter might win that one then. G1 Megatron is the hardest Transformers to get. Super, I might show you something super. Just because, what's that say? You must. G1 Megatron is not that hard to get. Let me show you this. Let me show you this quickly. So let's flip. There's 8 there. There's 8 of them there, and I've got another 4. In fact, here. There you go. Yes, there is apple in it, but only one other fruit. So there's some Megatrons. Yeah, of course they are. Of course they're allowed in this room. It's coming together now. It's slowly getting there. Oh, I'm still treading on stuff though. Oh yeah, look at the Megs. Look at the Optimuses. All the Optimuses there as well. Why are they called the goodbye sets? Because in 1986 in Japan, the movie wasn't shown in Japan, sorry, in 86. So they needed to, of course, get rid of Optimus and Megatron. So they did goodbye sets. Everything that's not G1 is up in the attic now. I've moved it all around, all behind me. There's a few things in here. Wait, can we see? Has that worked? There's some Age of the Primes, there's the Shattered Glass, and the Studio Series 86. There's a few dotted around. But they, again, I'm trying to sort it all out, to be fair. If it wasn't, yeah, it wasn't shown in Japan until now. That's why I've moved it all around, Pete. Yeah, that's why in Victory, which was in 1989, sorry, in Master Force, Grand Maximus, yeah, he's here. He's there. Grand Max is there. I want to take a few hands to make your shelves look lighter. What was I saying? Is it Victory or no? It's Super God Master Force, isn't it? Do you have Commander Scott? Nowhere near me. I've got him, but not anywhere near me now. Yeah, because obviously Wheeljack helps Minerva, so it's Master Force. Wheeljack helps Minerva with Optimus. I meant to say Hasbro. What's that? Hasbro Megatron, as in, I don't know what you mean. They're all, I don't know. I've lost track now. Too many people. Are you selling all your Doctor Who? Most of it, Pete, yeah, to be honest. Most of it. I've got to the point again where, to be fair, I enjoyed them and they are fun and I'll still keep buying them because the Translucent Optimus Prime came today, but I just won't keep them. I'll keep a few of them. Like I've got right by me, I've got Reformatting Megs, which is brilliant. Reformatting Megs is class. Well, that isn't Wheeljack, that's Downshift. What, in Super God Master Force? I'm wondering. There's a G1 and Perceptor's in it. Perceptor and Wheeljack are in Super God Master Force. In fact, no, they're not. They're in Victory with Minerva making. Yes, that's it. That's what I was trying to think of, Ben. I was trying to think of that there. You just got it there. Most of my when I got my G1 KO LP. Oh no, I've knocked it off. He's in Victory, which is 1989, isn't he? All those different. Yes, they're all completely different. They're all different boxes. They're all G1. When I got my G1 KO, I bring it with me everywhere. Cybertron reference, Pete. Do you know why Hasbro decided to do them a system in the Studio Series? They just wanted uniform boxes. Would be interested in doing a watch along with the 4th anniversary of the movie. That's a good idea, actually. Yes. Luke on Victory just joking around because Wheeljack was taking out the picture in the movie. Yeah, Wheeljack. It's Wheeljack and Perceptor are making. But they're making Victory Leo, aren't they, from Prime? I'd say they don't make the boxes like they used to. Like G1 boxes are the best. So off the top of my head, the people who just asked. So there's an MB box, which is the Milton Bradley box. There's the Takara original Japanese version. There's Error Box Smooth Bumper, which is the first release. There's Error Box Light Blue Parts, which is the other first release. There's Error Box Bloated Parts and Metal Plates. There's Canadian, there's Seiji, there's Hasbro, there's Mexican, there's Italian, and Gold Box Spanish, Grey Roller, which came, and there's a few others. I've only ever got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, Red Feet, another. I've got about 16, but they're all different. They're all different boxes from different languages. Yeah, there's loads of G1 KOs. They look, yeah, they do, but they're awful. I don't really like the KOs at all. I've done a couple of videos when I've done some comparisons, and even the boxes they make the boxes look awful with the sunburst, which doesn't look good. I appreciate the people who want them. I appreciate the people who want to get them because they don't want to pay the prices of G1 figures. But even if there was a figure that I was absolutely desperate for, and it was £500, 6 gun. I've only got 3 now. I've sold a couple of them, and there was a KO for 50 quid. I still wouldn't have brought it. Like with the Japanese cassettes, I just wasn't interested. I thought it's going to cost me an arm and a leg. I'm going to save, because there's nothing better than original, and that's just a fact, unfortunately. But as I say, for the people who want the KOs, I completely see why you do, and I appreciate the fact that you can get them. So it's good the fact that you can get to do it. But again, most of these here, 90% of all my stuff, I got them when they were at prices that aren't now. I think the KOs help people to get the joy with them in the box. I got that KO 6 Nemesis Prime. Have you? I want to know what that's like, actually. I've got not the Nemesis, the normal one. There's a lot of people where KO is like a really, really dirty word to them, and they hate it. Like Morgan, who's got an amazing collection, and he mainly collects the mini bots. Like he couldn't be on here and us do this because he would put so many expletives, and I know a lot of people who do get really angry about the fact of them. I just don't like. I do wish they'd ban them all. You know, in my honest opinion, I wish they'd get rid of them all completely. I just wish they'd all go, but they're never going to be able to do that, and then they won't be able to. But for me, it tarnishes it. And I remember I brought I don't like the paint on retrist. I remember I brought, what's the word I'm on about? I brought what I thought to be a box G1 Shockwave, because I didn't have too much. Yeah, exactly. Use them as that frog bat, exactly that. And I didn't know too much about the KOs at the time. So we're going back to like the early 10s, whenever it was, 2010, maybe. I can't even remember. I've been into car, any stamp constructicons. I wouldn't even know, Pete. I know I've got the gift set, but I don't know if I've got all the individual boxes. Yeah, KO Masterpiece. It's awful and it ruins it. But what was I saying? So I didn't, but anyhow, it came through and I was just gutted. I was just absolutely gutted. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have a look. Are they the same as in the individual boxes then, Pete? Will there be no stamps on them? Because I've got all of them in the individual box. Did you say no stamp? What did he say for? What did he ask for? Pete said Takara only stamps. Let's have a look if these have to. Floods the market. I almost got caught the other week. Takara only. Let's have a look. So most of my stuff is reached because I wasn't born. The thing is, what was I going to say? I don't do KOs as I've seen those 86 pounds are good. I want to know. Simon, he's not in here. UK Collector. UK Collector used to be all about KOs because he was the same. He's like, I can't afford the real stuff. I'm just going to buy a KO. And then he came around my house And he picked up one of the originals and he just couldn't believe it. And he says, I'm never buying a KO again. So I'm sure you've heard of him. He's on Instagram, Transformers UK Collector. He's got a huge collection. He used to have so many KOs. And he came around here and I says, have a look at these. And then he never went back. Right, where's the stamp on hook? Tell me where the stamp on hook is. I should know this. Is it on the inside of his leg? Good call it. They would be Hasbro releases if they are. Takara releases would likely have the Hasbro stamp. It's Takara box though, Pete. Only available in Japan. So I've got the individual boxes and the gift set, but I don't know. I haven't checked the loose ones. I know a few people actually. Again, I suppose you can use a KO as a stand-in, but it's up to you guys. My mate. Like I say, I'm super lucky. Somebody put one of the comments on one of the videos I did the other day. I want to know what profession you did. But like, I've had these for 20 plus years. Right? I can't find it on hook anywhere. The missing links are too much. It depends though. Again, if you get them from Show Z, you can pay them in installments. There's going to be so many missing link, isn't there? Especially if it's true. I don't know if Pete, have you heard the rumour that Ironhide and Ratchet are next? I know we'll be happy with that. Where's the movie stuff stored these days? In the attic, mate. There's still some stuff for you to come and get. You need to come and get it soon before it all... Because upstairs... I think we'll get a prowl. Some of it's upstairs, some of it... What have I done here? Some of it's upstairs, some of it's in the other room at the side. But I genuinely don't display any... But yes, it's true, they're all yours or Brandon's. I don't really have much of them anymore, of the movie stuff. Why is this not going in? What I was about to say, we'll sort out date. Yeah, even if you come down like the day before, come down the day before TFM, Brandon. That should be easy. Look how hot it is in this room, the rub sign's working. Yeah, they're the next rumoured ones apparently, Pete. Right, why won't that slide all the way down there? I'm going to break this now, aren't I? Oh, I'm going to break it. I have no luck with figures. Because it's logical. I wish they would do a reissue of G1 Shockwave because I would love to have one. On a selfish note, I don't. Because I've got 3. I've got the first release error box as well. But again, it's not up to Hasbro or Takara, is it? It's one of them things. It's the same as Jetfire and the other one with the other figures, because. But again, if you buy KOs, just buy an Astro Magnum. If you want a Shockwave figure, I bought one for 80 quid the other day. Pull them back in the box. I can't get this back on, Pete. It won't slide over. It's driving me insane. So I don't want to break it. You have no luck with figures. That is the most dramatic comment you've ever said. I don't even know what I said, but I'm genuinely, this will not go in and I need it to slide over and it won't. Oh man, what have I done? I'll have to put it back. I'll never get too much of it. Yeah, exactly. What? It is impossible to get one. It's such a shame that they have made it so hard to get some of them, but I think that's, again, without sounding like an idiot and without sounding for me, the joy in the hunt of being a collector is exactly that, the hunt to collect. There's no joy, there's no hunt in buying a KO because you can just buy one on eBay. So that was the other reason, you know, same as if there's something that you really, really want, then you hunt it down or you save for it, or, you know, you sell some of your other figures and then you get the ones that you want. This is not going anywhere where I wanted it to, so I'm going to try it this way instead. Pete, man, what have you done to me? What have you done to me? They don't mess with heads so much they can make a mole face. Okay. We're in luck, guys. We're in luck. That's the best bit about it, Andrew. The thrill of, like, when I was 8, I found it. I've got it. It's fine. It's done. when I got my first Leo Kaiser, I'd saved... I mean, I'm going back, I think it was 2008, I got my first Leo Kaiser. So I'd saved for a few months. I'd sold a load of figures. And then I'd found it on a Japanese auction. In fact, I'd found about 3, and I just kept watching it to see what they actually sold for. So when I won it, you can't beat that feeling. Daniel's got his laughing thing in, which is good. You can't beat that feeling of when you find something that you've been after forever. Then just rocking it up. He's got you playing with the figure. He's got me paranoid as anything because I just Joust is amazing. It's in. I just managed. I don't know if you saw the short that I put up. I remember I ran to find the show on YouTube, and then I just followed with. Are you all going to the? Oh, Australia. See, there's people in from Australia now, which is good. What's this? I love hunting. The hunt's the best thing. The hunt is the absolute best thing. Yeah, so I managed to actually do this the other day. So let me take that off. Let me get my light ready, spin it round. Where's my little light? I definitely need that special camera where I can hold it up here. So I managed to get all the Italian boxes over there. And then I managed to get all the Takara boxes there as well. So I managed to complete my devastated display. Took me ages to do it. And the Raiden, I did the same with the Raiden. All the Headmaster boxes, all 6 of them. And then all of the Zone boxes as well. I managed to do all them. So I'm starting to chip away little bits at a time. Dino King at the moment, I've only got the ones of. Leo Kaisers, I've got 2s. Monstructor, they're all sealed. So that's, but again, like guys, this is what's upsetting for me. See all these, they're just in boxes. They're just literally resting there. So I need to get them displayed properly. That's the orange Constructicons, all 6 of them. And then the yellow ones are there as well. So that's what I want to be able to do. So that's what I'm trying to do across all of these. I'm trying to go with Takara box one side and then Jig the other side, and then the same all the way down. And I've nearly done it, like with Computron down there. Yeah, I go for the other country. Why do I go for the other countries? Just because it's a variant and they're harder to get. But the little box is there. If you look at that little box, how much better, in fact, funnily enough, look, how much better is that little box than that carded figure at the back there? The little box to me is beautiful. That's another reason why I've sort of done the channel as well, though, because can you imagine if there ever was something as, you know, if I was ever really, really mega unlucky and there was a fire here, and then I filed out, you know, an insurance claim, and they're like, why are you filing for 18 boxed Optimus Primes? They wouldn't believe me. I'd be like, well, there you go. So that's another bonus of this. Yeah, blister cards, the little boxes are beautiful. I don't know what I've got here. I've got a few things. Thank you very much, Andy TF, for the show. Oh, thanks, buddy. Still not set up how I want it to be. Oh, yeah, but just it's getting there. As I say, I managed to move a load of the new stuff out. Movie's gone to Bayverse into Tyler. And never mind insured. You should insure them, Tyler, just for obvious reasons, pal, because I hate talking about things like this, but yeah, you just don't know. I suppose the answer to your variance is just because it's different, isn't it, Tyler? I suppose it's just different. The room looks amazing. What size? I don't know, actually. I can measure it up and let you know. I can make, because I've got you on Discord, so I can measure it up and let you know exactly what sort of size it is. Hey, blister cards. Congratulations. Mine insured. Whoa, you guys are going fast. Do you know updates for Age of the Primes Commander Superior? I don't know why you have to shout all the time, Gabriel. Winchester, French, and Japanese Winchester. That's cheap. That's cheap, I think. No idea. It's different in all different countries. Somebody said that theirs is coming on the 16th, though, earlier. Whoever it was who was earlier in the chat saying that their Silver Bolt's coming to them on the 16th. Somebody literally said that at the beginning of the stream. I don't know where you live, so I don't know which it says on it, whoever you've pre-ordered it with anyway. It'll have the release date on it, so have a look at it that way. Yeah, what was I was going to say? There you are, June 24th. Somebody's is 16th of July. Everybody's is different. Thanks, Daniel. That'll help out. Everybody's is different. So yeah, I don't know what else. Like someone's asked about TF Nation. I don't really know unless there's a crazy boxed version of a figure that I don't have, like just a different just like a different language. Maybe I might pick up one of them, but realistically, I'd be very surprised. And I'm not in the hunt. And the only other people who might have anything is Leicester Toy Shop, and they're just so expensive. It's a joke. Oh, there you go. You see, it's even. I think it depends on when you are pre-order. First orders come first. I don't know, to be honest. I think there's loads, isn't there? Haslab should give me 86 wind charger for free. Did they even know you? Maybe you should tell them that. They haven't even done it yet, have they? It'll just be a dead one because you don't. Do you see him normal in normal colours in the 86 movie? You'll know this wind charger? You'll know better than anybody else. Does he appear normally? Yours is June 25th. That's why I never pre-order things. I wait until I have extra money and go on hunt and site and 1, 2, 5. See, I've never really done the boards, Andy. I've heard it's good. I've heard that the boards do help out, but again, I'm not sure how Pulse works. They seem to pick and choose for the giggles. They're probably right. Yeah, the hole in his chest, but did he still have his colour? Okay then, so there you go. So will they do a normal one or will he just be instantly battle damage? That will be interesting. Because I don't know, actually, that's a good point. Maybe he will do. Wind charger will get retail. They'll do that. They'll do wheel charge and wind charger and wheel jack, won't they? No problem at all, Joshua. Nothing. I don't think you've missed anything. I think you're just the other person I was on about that I'm going to bring Siege Optimus. In fact, you're coming from the Netherlands, aren't you, Josh, over to TF Nation? Please be the right Josh, because I've been speaking to another Josh who's doing the same, so I hope it's the right Josh. Number one, they will definitely do both. They will do the Wheeljack 2-pack with wind charge. Of course they will, because they've done Brawn and Ratchet, and of course Prowl and Ironhide, so the last two will be them. It'll be interesting to see how big TF Nation is this year, because it's going global. Nope, you're the wrong Josh then. There you go. They really do help. If stuff's been signed to near me, I know it'll be even closer with a couple of months. According to my Pulse, Silverbolt, Star Convoy, Vortex, Alchemist are shipping June 24th. Will we ever get a normal Prowl? Yes, we will. The last night released 8. It did, yeah, that's crazy. I think we will, but I think they'll wait until 86. I really want a yellow repaint named. Do you know what? It's funny, Wind Charger. I might just get a few more of these because I've got. Look how careful this is for taking the bubbles out, the thingies out, Warsaw's in it. Wrong, Joshua, obviously. That's a wind charger one, so I could put that back in there. That's a wind. In fact, these are both wind charger ones. So I can put these in there. I can get some reseals. Look how well that's been taken out. And I've got some Bumblebee ones as well. So maybe, as I said, if I find anything at TF Nation, it'll be some random Antex, Estrella, yeah, South American thing, but hopefully they don't know about it, because if they do know about it, Tyler, I'll see you later, then it'll cost me an arm and a leg, but if they don't know about it, then fingers crossed it should be all right. I got these two as well. I think these ones are Bumblebee ones. Mine came from the factory. Yeah, I've got a couple of each, so. But again, I've got a box version. I live 30 seconds. Good night, Tyler. In Demand Toy said it's time. So that's when it's going to come then, Gabriel. If that's what it says, that's when it's going to come. I don't know why you're asking me when you just told me what it says it's coming. Loads of the things you asked me, you can just Google. Right. I really got excited to do series listings. If I go there, if I do TF Nation. The trader hall doesn't open until Saturday, pal. So it's up to you. So if you want to do all 3 days, do all 3 days. But what did Ben say is 30 seconds away from him? But the trader hall's only open Saturday and Sunday. And the submarine music. No way. Oh, there you go. Trinity College in Dublin was used for the last night. There you go. See, all of these, all of you guys live next to three things. I live in Telford. It's got the Iron Bridge, which is the world's first. You may have learnt about that in school. That's what you may have learnt about. Megatron and Hound, hopefully that means we can eventually get Onslaught. Look at the cars on the front and we could see there. No way. That's pretty cool, Ben. That's more than pretty cool, to be fair. Fair play. still really hot in it, guys. Well, some places I imagine it probably isn't. But it is. I just lost where we are, so we just had to deal with a large spider. Used to have to go to Telford work every so often. See, at least you've heard of it. Most people haven't heard of it, but I think, which is weird, because if you go to the Iron Bridge on like a normal weekday, it's just full, absolutely full of school kids. Sorry, I'm really invisible. I love that film. Kids, I'm melting. It is. It's very hot. Where's that Meg's gone? There he is. There's that Megs. He goes in his hand, doesn't he? I'm really surprised that this guy, yes, I definitely recommend it. Who's the white dude behind your left arm? So it's this one here. So it's either going to be Spike, Jazz, or Ratchet, I think. But that is my left arm, but it could be that one over there. I don't know. Is that the right side? Because everybody tells me that when I'm on here, it's reversed. Is that the right one? In-Demand Toys still has that customs thing. If I don't. Sorry, my right arm. So is it this guy? Is it Splink? Or is it? It could be Leo Convoy. What was I going to say? Gabriel Bricks and Pixel Geeks is on it, and he orders, and he what's the word? He never gets charged. What do you have to? I know you get them cheaper than Big Bad Toy Store, don't you? And you don't live in the UK. You pay a charge as well, don't you? Vega has his backup. Yeah, if I ever make to England, I'll have to check out TF Nation. The boxy one. Oh, Luna Prime. Luna Prime, it'll be him. Gabriel always moans about shipping fees though, so that's Luna Prime, and that's Dino King, because I've got the, well, right, RJ who's not in the chat yet, I've got his DNA upgrade kit to see what this looks like. So that's one of the videos coming up. I think it was Luna Prime. Yeah, it must be him. You've got it there. Import charges are import charges. Yours are nowhere near as expensive as ours are, though, Gabriel. So I don't know why you're moaning. Ours are 25%. We always discuss this. I will never sell Combiner Wars or Studio 86. Devastating is my favorite. I'd sell one of mine, definitely. I probably wouldn't sell. It's difficult. At the moment, it's the G1 stuff I'm not selling unless I've got 6 of them. So that's why I've only got 3 6-shots. Picking up Luna Prime. Yeah, he's a pretty good figure, to be fair. He is a pretty good figure. I think he's gone up, though, now. He was quite cheap at one point, but now he's skyrocketed, which isn't good. What was I saying then? I can't think. Imports are imports. They're just a massive pain in the bum. Japan and USA import charges are the bane of it. Yeah, 100%. We are so just unlucky with it all, aren't we? It really is frustrating how much we do pay. I'm surprised this guy didn't get. I think the UK like 25% half tempted to bring over Scorponok at Christmas. I'm surprised that this guy didn't do any better. You know, this, I know he's a third party, so. It was, of course, Core Class Megs, wasn't it, that turned into a gun. I'm surprised he didn't do... I turned him around, turned him into Skybound Prime, because I did the Skybound. It was the movie series that got you into Transformers. No movies, the cartoon. It was the cartoon that got me into the movie, into the things. I was lucky enough and old enough to be, to be around when they came out. So it was the cartoons on a Saturday morning, and then it was the comics. I brought a camera lens from Japan. Oh my God, I thought they'd put the decimal point in the wrong place. Sometimes you can be quite lucky. I jokingly say, I can't believe they're making a stronghold. Message board somehow offended someone. And that's pathetic. Did you watch the cartoon on Sky? I didn't have Sky. Sky wasn't available in the early 80s. It was on ITV. It was on, I think it was called Wackaday. Was it called Wackaday? I think it was called Wackaday, guys. That's what I watched. Whatever it was, anyway, it was on normal TV. And I remember watching it in the school holidays as well, when they used to do like the kids club on TV. There you go, it was Wackaday. Timmy Mallet was on Wackaday as well, yeah, with Mallet's Mallet. It was on a Wackaday. There you go. See, I did. So my memory isn't that bad then. I think a lot of the third-party stuff is way cooler. Transformers. It depends what it is. Pete will massively agree with you on this. Pete will jump in on there remember watching Transformers on Sky. Didn't have Sky. We never had Sky until, whoa, probably like the late 90s, to be fair. That's probably true. Darren's back. It was on Sky One. It was a single cable channel. No way. I didn't even know Sky was around then, to be honest. So I think my first knowing of Sky TV, and this will make you laugh, but I'm sure most young people have a little fad on it, was with, well, it's now called WWE, but it was WWF when I was a kid. That's the first thing that what's the word I'm on about? My even like knowledge, finding out of Sky TV. I was like, what are you guys watching? Because obviously we only had boring rubbish wrestling on the TV at the time. And then of course the Americans had this WWF with Hogan and Warrior and everything. When I found out, I went back to the 80s, I was intrigued. You know what? People will hate the movies. People will say bad things about the movies. I'm not the biggest fan of the movies, but I like the fact that what they've done. I like the fact they've done for the franchise. I like the fact they've brought so many people in, because that's the best thing. Like I said, the Bayverse has brought so many people into this fandom, and you know, the movie verse, it's somebody's generation one, so I always respect it. It's just, and I went through a big phase of it as well. Bootleggers, yes, they are. There was a show called Fun Factory. That was as well. I remember that because I paid another €40 for an order when it arrived at its destination. I wasn't happy that I got paid extra if it's June 20. Put it in another coin. Someone put Swerve. I don't work for In Demand. The prices that you'll have to pay are the prices what they are. Sorry, Gabriel, was a necessary evil. It gave us the franchise back on, yeah, massively. I just wish it just could have been so much better. That's my issue with the movies is I look at them. That's pretty much it there. You've got that right, Andrew, and I'm going to jump onto that. I'm going to jump on, Andrew, because so when I was first, whatever word if we're talking to Americans, you guys say dating or courting or seeing, or when I was first seeing my wife, her youngest brother was like about 8, so maybe more than that, because it's 2007, nearly 20 years ago, isn't it? 2007, and he'd never seen any of them. So it was about 2009, Revenge of the Fallen had just come out, and I started watching the movies again, but with him he was like 5 or 6, and it just, no, maybe a bit later actually. No, I think he was about 5 or 6, about 2. And anyway, I can't remember his exact age and what we were then. But I started watching, here's the English word, isn't it? Watching the movies again because he was getting into them. So again, I enjoyed them, but they just, it's not my G1, and it's as simple as that. Yeah, going out with, that's what you say. You're going out with so and so, whatever. But yeah, so I watched loads of them. But it's weird because I've still not gone back and I've still not watched. I'm glad you found him. Honestly, Josh, I buy all of my stuff that you can't get from anywhere else from In Demand. I can't think what I was saying then. Yeah, I've not gone back and watched any RID. I've not gone back and watched any animated. I say gone back. I've not seen them. I've not even watched them at all. The only ones I tend to go back and watch is so disappointed with the Bay films. IDT comes in clutch. Yeah, it is. But like I say, they serve their purpose. Like Transformers Prime, loads of people love Transformers Prime, and I've watched the first episode, and that's it. Funny. Yeah, what was I saying then? Everybody loves Transformers Prime. I actually wasn't. I liked. What's the word? I enjoyed the. We can be so proper sometimes. So I enjoyed the Wolf Cybertron trilogy on Netflix. They were fun for me. I watched loads of them. In fact, I watched all of them, obviously. They were fun. Bayverse and TF Prime is what got me into Transformers, so it did its job for Transformers Death. It's hard for me. Proud too. I enjoyed the Netflix. I really did. We are splendid. Jolly. Ho. Jolly, jolly, jolly. That's what we are, Ben. We're jolly. Can't think what else I was saying then. Completely lost my trail of thought. That's it about watching Prime. Everybody says I should watch it. I know that it's on. I started to watch Earthspark, but again, I watched it with my little boy, and he continued watching it all. Opinion, but I'm not a big fan of. No, you see, Wind Charger, that's absolutely fine. I'm not a fan of Beast Wars, and everyone's like, oh, you need to watch Beast Wars, and I keep trying and I keep trying and I just can't. Yeah, the voice wasn't very good. The voices could have been a lot better, to be fair. Yeah, pardon me. Oh yeah, because since they put obviously Beast Wars on YouTube, I've tried to watch it and it just doesn't get me. I watch shows like that. I think the Netflix one was all right dubbed. No, it wasn't dubbed at all. The Netflix was completely normal. There you go. See, I know you love it, Ben, but I've tried. I perhaps need to go back and give it another good go. But everyone has their exactly. That's the beauty of this. I can't stand the animation style of animated. Tried watching Energon. That must be Energon yesterday and found it too hard to watch. I think the problem we've got to remember, guys, is that these are kids' cartoons and they are aimed at kids. So that's the big thing that we've got to remember. Whereas I always thought Netflix was one. Yes. Excuse me. I think with the Netflix one, I think because it didn't feel like it was kiddie is probably why I enjoyed it so much. I didn't think, like, obviously, is it Jetfire or someone who cuts that guy? Does he cut somebody in half at the very beginning? 87 and has made some serious amazing. No, I've not heard about him. I've not heard about him at all. But yeah, I felt that the Netflix trilogy was pretty good. Beast Wars follows on G1 integrates the lore. I didn't like it as a kid. Truck Not Monkey was me. Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I remember, because funny enough, I was watching it with my wife, and she's like, and she looked straight at me, and she said, Riley. So we're going back, 4 years, more than that, 5 or 6 years ago. So he was only young. So she said he's not watching this straight away, but he'd probably like it now. Now he's a bit older. Oh, what's this? Here we go. But you said you're still working with. I don't work for them. I collaborate with them. So when they get a new figure, I just do a video on it. That doesn't mean I work for them. I don't work with In Demand at all. I don't go. This it's 4 hours away from me. In Demand Toys is 4 hours away from me. I don't work for them. I don't go into the shops. I speak to Nick, but it's nowhere near me. So now I was trying to answer you, but you took it out. No, I don't work for anybody. I'm self-employed. So as I say, maybe I should get mine into it then. Animate. And yeah, as I say, my Constructicons are here. Look, not even opened mine yet. As I've shown somebody earlier, there's mine. But when I get the figures early, they send them me. Prime Wars trilogy. That was. I've not seen them. That Russ gets nothing from them. I actually told that they should give you. You have, yeah. But it's funny because people think I get set. Or people think I don't work for them. When I say I suppose it's networking, isn't it? It's collaboration. I do the reviews. I put their name up at the front. But yeah, it's in Norwich. That's the other thing that I'd go there every single week. But Norwich is 4 hours for me. 4 hours away. Prime Treasure is good in parts, hard watch at times. So exactly, it's basically that, isn't it? The Final Strike Siege packs on our Hasbro Pulse. The Final Strike, which one's that? Is that the? I can't think which one that is. I'll have a look. Do you have ordering? Yes, I've ordered it. I'm a bit like Pete. I'm all in on the missing links. It's great social networking for both. Of course it is. Of course it is. I put their name up at the beginning of the video. And they get me on to do some of the early stuff. I still think it's cool how you collaborate with them, and that's pretty much it. It's exactly that. It's collaboration. That's the best word. It did trudge along at times. The Skywarp and Sites. Yeah, that's coming. Oh no, Skywarp and Sideswipe packs. Which ones are there? Oh yeah. They're coming out soon. If they're going to send you figures to review, they should give you a little comment. Nah, they don't need to. It's all for me. I recommend you wait with the other two to install the kit from DNA Design. Which one? I don't do the kits, Gabriel. Again, if you watch the channel, you know that I'm a purist. I'm not interested in kits. I sell them straight on. Pete Hill and a missing link, with the exception of 86 stuff. Remember, I sell them as soon as I do a review on them. I don't own any kits at all anymore. They just go. Run Amok is on Pulse, Bone Crusher, and Scrapper. I've seen the kit where you fill the gaps and you make them look a little bit taller. But for me, I'll do a review on it, but then I'll just sell it straight on. For the kids, what's that? I had hoped the 40th would lead to a restoration of G1 and Blu-ray. The thing is now everything's streaming, isn't it? There's a 4K though, isn't there? Isn't there a 4K? I know it's just the movie, isn't it? It's not the series. They might do. Russ, when you complete Devastator, can you measure in police? Just want to see if you'll fit in the unit. Maybe the Blu-ray. Maybe they will do. Yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to. I don't know when. When's the 2-pack out? A long haul and thingy, because I can then just balance them and then work out how high he is. I'll be able to do it off that. But he's if you've got Menasor, he's only like a bit taller than Menasor, so he should fit in. They're already stored. It was fit. Is that even a thing, Ben, or are you joking? Because I don't even know. Sometimes you put too many jokes in. Is 6K a thing? It could be. I'm not too sure. I'm the only one that doesn't like anniversary releases. It depends, doesn't it? They start doing too much. Someone's upscale for G1 to 4K. It's real. See, there you go. I knew you'd know, but sometimes you do jokes. Someone's upscaled. Everybody upscales everything because they make money on it. I'm the same. I don't do the kits. I've only done it once, and yeah, I did. I've done 5 videos. Anything that involves screwing and taking an actual physical part off, I won't even do. Not even for the review. So with the Scourge DNA kit, I only did the parts that you can just click on. The Vector Prime was easy because you just clicked all them on. I didn't swap the hands in Nova Prime. Because again you had to unscrew something, so I wouldn't do that. And the animated Prime I did because it just all clips together, so I'm fine with things like that, but I don't want to actually tear anything off. Breakdown to complete Menasor, but nobody has one. I'm contemplating getting the G2 on, but then the colours won't match. Funnily enough, I had one here, but I just picked it. I've put him in a box today. I'm sure they'll probably reissue him. I wonder why that was so hard to get a hold of. I imagine they will do, because that's what they've done so much, haven't they? Upscale is terrible. It sharpens lines and blurs in detail. Cartoons can upscale like that, just photograph better. Yeah, if you make a cartoon clearer, then you see all the animation flaws, don't you? Your defensive short is missing in the D playlist. Darren, there's 16 missing now. Because I went on to the complete A to Z list, and I checked out how many videos are in there, and and I worked it out to how many days since I've been doing it, and there's at least 16 missing now, so I don't know where they've gone, and that's not going to be fun trying to fill them in. I've got the 4 constructors, I've got a little bigger than Menasor. Yeah, they are. They're slightly bigger. They're slightly bigger. In fact, if you can measure it, you can tell thingy how tall they are. Liverpool may not sign in by Napoli. Here we go. I don't like the raw reference. Developers come back with the fact it's the same price for less figs. The Revenge of the Fallen pack wasn't that great. I brought it and didn't even play with it. Where do you store your videos, Russ? What do you mean, which videos? The ones that I'm making or the video tapes? Where do you store your videos? Just on the tourist stuff in HD. When they upscale, they can make rumble. Strange. I'll get. Perfect. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, I don't know why they're missing. We know that they took the videos, just put them on YouTube, but they're on my phone. I suppose I should back them up, but I haven't. I know people say you should. I think I need to back up my YouTube to the cloud. I think I did that once. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I know they did. They deleted double header, which maybe because it sounds a bit weird. But again, all my videos they're not set for kids. But I think if you look in the playlist, obviously don't forget last year was a leap year. So, there was 29 days in February. So there was 366. Add how many done in this year. There's 16 or 18 videos missing. Which I don't know why they've took them off. Somebody messaged me the other day and said that a couple of the Dino King shells are missing. So I don't know why they took them out. So I'll probably just find them all and put them all in. Mixmaster and Scavenge to be released. Does anyone have a date? For the studio series, do you mean? Because you don't mean... Yes, Mixmaster and Scavenger. Oh, the new ones, of course you do. External SSD to store them. See, this is all I don't understand any of this. So this is, as I say, maybe I do need to look into it. More Studio Series 80s. soon. In fact, there's the Matthew, every single website. Are you in the UK? I don't think you are. In Demand have just got a load in, and so have Kapow, and so have Star Action Figures. They've all got them in. I've seen it on their feeds on Instagram all week. I don't know where you live though. I don't know if you're in the UK or not, but in the UK I can tell you 3 companies straight off: In Demand, Star Action Figures, and yeah, I'll ask you then. I definitely, separate message, I'll ask you. But I don't know how much. I probably need like 1 million terabytes or something. If I've got like 6,000 videos that made for kids sitting, which that's annoying. My Autobot clones, Intercepts and clone shorts fell. I wonder why it does it. Sometimes it does it automatically. My blockies with Optimus Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime did it as well, and I don't know why. I was saying something then. I don't know what I was saying. Do you think Hasbro will make more Hearts of Steel figures? I hope so, because that looks interesting, because I've never seen any of them. Rad Action Master's coming up. Wonder what his alt mode could have been. I don't know. What is the time? It's going to be 4 o'clock. So I'll probably go from 3. It'll probably be even less time than the other one, because there won't be much to show. As I say, we pretty much... we're saying that, we're guessing it, but I think the only way they're going to buffer it out is by putting the Devastation figures on, because they're classing that as Studio Series, because it's a game, isn't it? So that's what they've got. So they've got Studio Series Gamer. We know we've definitely got some Age of the... we've got Widowmaker, or whatever they're calling her. We've got TF1, Starscream, and Alita 1, and of course we've got Megs, and probably Scavenger and Mixmaster, actually. I would imagine that they'll put them up again. If I want the redeck of being Cliff missing Link... I'm going back and forth. I'm going to get them because again, I'm a sucker. Optimus and Starscream are out in places. I will join you before 4 with quarter end this week. I won't be able to walk out. Yeah. I'll get that put up probably on the Monday once I've had a word with my 4 o'clock lady. Moved it around, but it'll be interesting. I don't know what else there is to show. I don't think so. As I say, Takara previewed some. So we've seen them anyway. Then, as I say, there's actually some which you can order already. I can't think what's on the list. I'd like to think there'd be more of the Studio Series 86 than just... I'm sure we'll see Mixmaster, Scavenger and Megs, but I don't think there'll be any more. I'd like to think there would be. But I don't know. And I think, obviously, for the Bayverse fans, there's just Widowmaker. Or is there any more? I can't think. I do wish they gave Optimus his trailer, because the train mode is a little short. See, I've not read them. Again, I've got all these books and all this literature and all this lore, which I've still not caught up on. I'm trying to. Will we see? I think we'll see Scavenger 100%, because what's that? He's on display in Japan, isn't he? They've got him on. I've seen it. It's still in the air. It's more 2026. It probably will be, because they'll be ready for their 20-year anniversary in 2007, isn't it? So they'll probably start reissuing them all again. Whoa, that went fast. What's this? Unless they show more Tuesday, what do you think Unicron Soldier? No idea. Makes these kits much more impressive on Nova Prime. I invested these kits to... Yeah, I'm not disputing. I think they do look way better, but it's not for me. I'd read all of Marvel except UK. I wonder why. Oh, you've read. I won't buy any other versions if you understand this thought. I don't know how to say it. All that matters, Gabriel, is if you love it. If you buy it and you love it, that is literally all that matters. If you think it makes it look better, then that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. This one, probably another 45, if that. Maybe we'll see the package refresh at Grimlock. Yes, good point, actually. I'm sure that is due soon. I think you're right. So that might be on it as well. Has he put that up 3 times, or has it just changed? Why does he keep taking the messages away? I don't know why you keep taking them away, Gabriel. You can keep them up if you want. All right. See you later, Windcharger. Thanks for jumping in. Marvel, though, of course it's the best, because it's Simon Furman. He continued it and he's kept it going, which is brilliant. Grimlock is September, so maybe the UK has its own stories and continuity to content where Simon Furman started. Just got to get something right. Later, Windcharger. Yeah, I mean, he did the Wreckers, he did Target 2006, all of the big stories are his. What have I just done to my wrist? all of the big, I mean, obviously Bob Udiansky started it, but Simon finished it, didn't he? Finished it hugely, completely. I don't know what I just did to my wrist then, but it clicked. Yeah, I'll probably just go until just after midnight, to be fair. Have you met him yet, Ben? You must have met him. Was he? Because he's been to every TF Nation, I presume, so you must have met him. And again, he's such a nice chap. And he does Earth Wars as well, which of course is brilliant. Love the Italian Transformers. I might try and get a few more of them, to be fair, but they don't do very well either. They like literally 20, 30 people watch them. They do awful. It's weird. The hardest thing I find on here, honestly, guys, is finding out what people want, because it's too vast. It's really weird. It's too vast, and some people really like other things. It's weird. It's weird, as I say, what some people, and it's what's. You'd think that some of the movie figures would do amazing because there's so many Bayverse fans, but I suppose on this channel they're not, so they don't watch it. The comics don't do well. The ads don't do well. I just keep doing what I'm doing anyway. I just keep doing things which hopefully that you guys like. Which is, I need to do some more retro ones. I will do your classic Starscream. Don't worry, I'll get around to doing that. But I've got a huge list. He's a lovely chap. He honestly, he's so nice. But I've got a stack that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Since especially as I've been moving around, I say I've got the DNA kit for Dino King to do. I've got Doctor Wu's Transparent Prime. I've got loads more blockies. Making sure they don't fall in love with blockies. I was going to say that comics don't perform well. No, it's. I think it's a thing that. I think again it's a niche, isn't it? And as far as I'm aware, that you can get digital downloads everywhere of everything now. So, so I totally get it. I totally do get it. Which, and again, people, you can get things, and I suppose you can pause that then as well. I don't know. Sorry, I've got to go. Got work tomorrow. No worries, Josh. Thanks for jumping in, pal. I'll see you soon. I'll probably see you at TF Nation. It's weird though, and some of the news videos, like, oh, I found this figure, I think it's amazing, and like 200 people will watch it, but then I'll put something up randomly and like, wow, 3K instantly. It's weird. You can't. That's the one thing that you can't understand, and it's quite funny because I'm sure, like you guys, you get regular things where people say, what is it? Where people say, I'll get you this many viewers, I'll get you this, this is how you crack this is how you crack that. There's no way you can. It's completely different. And everybody's different. I think if people like it, then people will watch it. It's just as simple as that. And it doesn't bother me, as I say, because some videos don't do great, some videos do. And as we've already discussed, you must put videos of Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah, it is. That's the craziest. That is my most watched video. It's the Revenge of the Fallen figures. Which is, you're flagging me too, Pete. Don't worry, it's getting close to 12, so we'll go to 12. We'll go. What's that? 24 minutes. 22. We'll do 22 more minutes. Just by. Yeah, but if you have a look as well, Ben, and I say we as in all the people who've been getting all the figures early as well, have definitely affected his numbers, massively affected his numbers, and he's not got them as early either. I think, yeah, being first to something obviously is guaranteed to give you loads. To be fair, my New Age videos don't do very well at all. They don't do anything on here at all. They're useless. Got sunburnt and cooked at an air show. I like the G2 comic and hated its abrupt end. Awesome. Yeah, honestly, some of his stuff, like if you look at it now, some of the figures that he's done, let's just say the ones I've done, of course he's still got great numbers, they're huge. Combined all your Titans and City Rounds. No, I don't know how much space you'd need to be able to do that. Some of it is, they're just nowhere near as high, considering he's got another 100,000 subscribers compared to what he had last year. His numbers aren't anywhere near as high. For some figures, which as you say, it's good. That's the main point and why we start to do all these things, and I suppose why they enlisted me to help, to be fair. I say to help, just to do what I do, and it wasn't just me, it was loads of people, and it's nice that other people are getting early figures as well, because it does detract them, doesn't it? Because as you say, it's a bit rubbishy the way that he goes. It's quite funny that some people just, well, you've got three different types of people. You've got people who just don't care, and they say, well, I don't care because I just want to see the figure. And you've got people who are completely oblivious, And then you've got people who know but just don't care because they still want to see the figure really early. So it's always going to be something like that. But because of everything that I know that I've got planned in the future, and what's coming up, is I know that I'm still going to be able to get access to figures pretty early, to be fair. So as and when they're done, someone complained about you want getting figures early, but I reminded what did they, I'm sure they probably will do. As we'll all make the rest of the, I think they probably will do. People will always moan because even if I am legit, and even if, let's just say that they're not, that I was related to anybody in Hasbro, which I'm absolutely not, even if I was, they'd hate that anyway, because they'd say, oh, he's only getting that because he's related to them, or they'd say he's only getting this. You can't win no matter what you do, and that's always been the thing, isn't it? It just literally is. I thought I had a card there, but it's not. Russ, exactly. Even if I was, what's your question, Wolf? Of course it is. It does. It comes with everything, doesn't it? It's some people. Like, I'll start getting more hate now because I do get the figures early. People will be like, well, why is he getting them and why don't I get them, and why are you sending them? Why do you get sent them? Why don't I? What makes you so special? I get it already. So where's this question? It's but it is what it is. It's people are always jealous of people doing well. At least we know. That's it. I mean, the thing is, and this is the truth, I didn't ask for it, and this is what I say to people, and this, anybody I've ever known, do you have? No, neither of them. Never seen them. Don't have them at all. What was I going to say? Which one's AI? That wasn't AI. That was what was I saying then? Can't think. About the haters. You're always going to get them. I've got somebody. Oh, I can't think. And a lot of the time, I'll just, kill them with kindness or something. Just, but thanks for that. It's funny. You're always going to get it. You're always going to get people who. Oh, what's it? Somebody. I get people saying, "I'm going to ask. Do you know what figure you'll have early next?" Not a clue. Russ is AI. Don't know at all. Not a clue. As and when, it depends, because again, as we found out that different countries get different samples earlier, unless their money wasn't as good as yours and you get the figures early. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's the thing. Like, again, I'm proving it. It's all here. These are mine. These are actual mine that I've brought, and they've just not had a chance to open. But yeah, I still buy. Oh, here we go. What's this? There's always going to be someone saying some stuff. Recently, people not liking. Sorry. Yeah, I think so. I think it's just that. I think what Ben's put there is what's Ben put? I'm losing track now here. Like you say, there's always going to be somebody who doesn't like it. The most important thing is you guys are positive about it. Everybody I speak to is positive about it, and of course, more importantly, if it is from Hasbro early, or if I am doing something at the MCMs with Hasbro or everything like that, it's always it's always positive. So for me, it means it's good, because the people who moan are the people I don't know and I don't care about anywhere. There's been a few. Yeah. Someone thinks I'm AI. Tell him to ask me a random question and I'll answer it. But yeah, as I say, there's loads coming up, which is good. I can't believe that. I think I remember that comment, Ben. Somebody put that. Somebody again. What makes you so special? Nothing at all. That's what I say. Well, you have genuine love for G1 and you can't fake that. All those differences. Yeah, I think that's the other thing. The big thing that did surprise me. I think the big thing that did surprise me, and it's going back, and now I am name dropping, but when I did the first interview with Evan, what's your favourite studio? Oh, it's too fast. Would AI do this? Yeah, here we go. What's my favourite Studio Series figure so far? It could be something that you've owned in the past or something that you've never handled. Favourite Studio Series figure so far? Which one did people should really count their blessings that people can get figures in legit means, because that helps you decide. I suppose so, yeah. Do you know what I really did like? I'm looking at him here now. I really liked Magnus. I thought Magnus was amazing. I know his shoulders are a bit big and he's a bit too broad, but I really liked 86 Magnus. I don't think he got enough love, to be fair. That's definitely one of my favourite ones. He's just he's sitting there. I don't know if you can see him. Probably not, but he is. He's there. Yeah, the commander. That's it. That's the best. That's my favourite one so far. And then second will be Grimlock. Toys R Skynet. Second probably would be Grimlock because I just love Grimlock, and so do them. They've used about 8 of them. Magnus Prime's a good one, but we've got so many. We didn't need a Prime. Thank you, Wolf. We didn't need a Prime. There's nothing wrong with the new Prime. It's amazing. He's amazing, but we had loads of Primes, whereas that Prime, oh, can you see him over there? That Ultra Magnus is a massive upgrade to the Siege, whereas I thought that the Earthrise Prime didn't really need an upgrade, if you know what I mean. Because Earthrise, Siege was okay, Earthrise was okay, and then they hammered that mold, and I used the dramatic capture version, obviously, for mine, which is good, which is still the same mold, and the sleep mode, and there's all the other particular ones, but I liked the fact that with Magnus they went completely just completely new, which I think is brilliant. They'll do it. They'll definitely do it. They've got the cab already. Once they've worked out how to do the frame, they'll definitely do it. I can probably see them doing something, maybe even a little bit like pinching something from New Age, where you can separate a bit of the cage, because then, of course, if they do a Magnus, then they just go and do one of these as well. They just go and do one of these. They do, I don't even know, they just do so many, don't they? I barely consider the Siege Magnus a G1 version. He's like half a homage to God, man. I think they could do something like that, to be fair. I think that's probably what they would do. Well, of course, it's not probably they would do. They would do exactly that. You'd get a toy deco Magnus. You'd get like Doctor Wu did. They did a toy deco, a cartoon deco, a Nemesis, the Delta, whichever other versions. They do loads of them, to be fair. Which again, they might as well, because it makes sense. Anytime they get to mod, and they need to leave room for the free. Yes, exactly. They'll do that. The way you got to look at it is when they do a figure, it's obvious. It's anybody who's worked in business, even if you've never run your own business, or you just, everybody knows sort of how business works. The idea is to sell more and more, so they'll pick something that's going to sell, and I think that's genuinely what they're doing now. When they're seeing Thrust on eBay for 140 quid, when they're seeing Studio Series 86 Grimlock on eBay for 140 quid. Thank you very much, Wolf. Thank you for your questions. Any more, just fire them at us. I think they're looking at that and just thinking, well, hang on a minute. We've made them. We can make them again because we've still got the mold. And that's why they're doing it. So I think that, I don't want to say no figure safe, because that sounds the wrong way. I think I think I can see Greenlight, whatever it was Greenlight the one which was really, really rare. I can see her getting a reissue. I can see all of them, because just for exactly that reason, because it makes perfect sense. If they've got, if the mold's damaged, that's different, because molds cost thousands and thousands of pounds. Then you've got loads of tests and loads of pre-production and loads of other things before you get it exactly right. Whereas if you've got the mold there, and I've worked in injection molding, it's one of my jobs when I worked in a factory. Once you've got the mold and once it makes what you want to do, you just keep it going. I've had brilliant examples, the G1 Constructicons. Look at them. They've reissued that mold so many times. You've got them. You've got the Tonkanator. You've got so many. Yeah, exactly. That's definitely the reason they're going to do that, is because it goes for so much, and because at the same time, what have they done? They've gone and dropped the blue one, which is a 2-pack, and they're going to do all of them. I thought the Matrix would have chosen Magnus and Arwood. Do you have any consoles? Oh, yes, I've got loads of consoles, but I'm old school, so this will make you laugh, I'll be honest. I do have a PS4, but I've never played one game on it. I've only used it for Blu-rays, the same as a PS3. I've got a Mega Drive, a SNES, a Nintendo Entertainment System, a Mega CD, Nintendo 64, the older ones, all the older ones. I love them all. Because that's, yeah, PlayStation 1 for Resident Evil. I've got PlayStation 2 games, but yeah, I don't do games. Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna go another 10 minutes. I don't want to go too late, because I'm gonna go Tuesday as well. So yeah, up to 12. But yeah, old school games. I had the Rodimus Prime figure. You mean will we ever see a remaster of Wolf Cybertron? A remaster of maybe the N60. The N64 is still amazing. The moment they're re-releasing all of the hard to find figures, so I think they'll do them all. I'll hang about for 10 minutes then. There you go. Might as well stay 10 more minutes because look, I can see there it says 109 minutes. About to click to 110 minutes. So when it gets to 120, we'll knock it on the head. I'll go and get a protein shake and I'll go to bed. Everybody talks about GoldenEye. Obviously, Mario 64. Zelda Ocarina of Time is insane. That's still one of the craziest games ever. And in fact, I'm going out on a limb here. This is going to get a lot of hate. It's the best version of Mario Kart. It is the best version of Mario Kart, way better than the new. So we've got the Switch actually, because the kids play that. But I prefer the original. There's too many new upgrades and things that you can do on it, which annoys me, drives me mad. Which, yeah. But, and again, Tucker Touring on the PS1 was my childhood. We're looking actually to buy Diddy Kong Racing. We're going to look at getting that one soon as well. Again, but I love Bomberman as well. Bomberman's amazing since the old Transformers room. Right, there's a few. Super Mario World and Super Metroid are the greatest games of all time. I love the Ghost Starscream. As I have the reissue one currently. Which Ghost Starscream are you on about? This one? Or the G1 one? I'm not getting the combos. I would love Ghost Starscream. Oh, you would love. Oh, you've got the reissue. Talk Touring. Thank you, Dave Rich. Thank you for jumping on and saying that, pal. Oh, someone's e-hobby. Oh yeah, the e-hobby one's beautiful. That's gone too fast. What protein shakes do you use? I need advice on protein shakes. I dropped about 2 stone 3 months, bench 110, strict pressing 90. I just take applied nutrition stuff, just because it tastes nice and it's cheap. But it's G1 Rodimus Prime is terrible. Funny you should say that. He's right here, but this one's the special one. This one's the metal toed one. My protein's too cheap. Don't bother with that. Same as bulk powders. It's too cheap. You don't need to be spending loads of money on stuff like Muscle Tech and Optimum Nutrition. Just something like Applied Nutrition is fine. I recently brought the... Whoa, let me see what's going on there. He is baked. That's a really old one, but it took me ages to get. Set with Astro Chain Dramatic Capture. That looks a brilliant set, Gabriel. I want to get that. Do you think it'll be Earthrise remodeled like it was? I don't think. I think they'll just literally keep going. Good. You will indeed. Thanks very much. I hate to explain what it something similar. I think it's just going to be a different colour. I don't really know. It's the same as you say as. It's the same as the big one, isn't it? Yeah, this one they just changed the colour, didn't they? I would imagine so. I don't know. I would love it if they changed it, but I don't think they will. I think they'll keep the same. I think that's why. I think that's exactly why Triple Takeover came out. I think Takara did that intentionally. Springer, I think they had to change because of how close it was, whereas Astro Train was 5 years ago. So I don't know. At least you don't smash in his back doors and just the windows in. I think they'll be the same. I genuinely do. I think they'll be the same as the others, just a slightly different colour. Whoever was counting down, look, we've only got 6 minutes now. Honestly, there's these kids going up. I sound terrible and I sound like an old man. There's these kids late at night go up and down the street on like them electric scooters and electric segways for some reason, because it's quiet down here and I think they can get away with it. I can hear them now going vroom vroom up and down. I don't know. That's a good question. In fact, let's ask you guys, what figures do you think definitely needs a new mold? What needs a new mold? What needs an upgrade that you can definitely think, right, we need a new one now? And to be fair, it probably would be. I think Astro Train was brilliant. Octane has to be a new one. I think we do need to see a new Octane. They deliberately, in that triple takeover, it was Blitzwing, Starscream and Astro Train, wasn't it? So I think, yeah, we definitely need a new Octane. Metroplex, good shout. Siren, good shout. Do you think they're ready over there? Yes, definitely. All the fembots. So what I was answering to then, somebody put, because they did Studio Series 116 where they got the Bumblebee, and then obviously updated him. I think they'll do that a lot. I think they will start to do that. That's what they're doing. There's I don't know why it's just started. It's because it's quite quiet around here. What was I saying? Yes, because I think they'll start doing it next year, funnily enough, because it's the movie's 20th anniversary, isn't it? So I reckon we'll get some of the Studio Series 2007 figures. Daniel's funny. I think we'll get some of the 2007 figures updated or made better or slightly different. I think that's what they'll do, to be fair. I think that's what they'll do. Show them your muscles and they will leave. They don't last long because someone will come out and say something, but it's just, I can hear them again. It's like, not again. Pain in the bum. As everybody's flagging in the heat, you can see me as well. I'm starting to, my voice is going as well. Will we get a 4th anniversary for Series 3? Maybe. To be fair, that's what I want them to do properly. I really don't like Titan Masters. I don't like the new Titan Masters at all. I don't like any of them. I don't like the Walmart reissues. I genuinely think the originals are better. Okay, nowhere near as articulate, but I just don't like them. I don't think they're good at all. NPM Clunker, but he's the last of the NPM. Probably. I would imagine so. Again, I think anything that's not been done, they will do. And then I also think that they will do some updates. They're bound to do some updates. I've been asking for Thunderwing for ages, and I know Mark wants a Thunderwing as well, so I imagine we'll get one of him. The problem that we've got, though, is that they don't do, hopefully, maybe, who knows, maybe they're watching what Fans Hobby are doing with their Metal Hawk, because that's a brilliant idea. That's what they need to do. Exactly what they're doing with their Metal Hawk. They need to, if you have the Titan Return Void Octane, you can put it together until this. Yeah, that's it. There's the Titan Return one as well. Bring back the collector cards as Titan's Return. They'll never bring them back in, I don't think. I don't know, saying that, though, they had the collector's cards in Kingdom, didn't they? Kingdom had all the collector's cards in, and that wasn't long ago. In fact, they doubled up. They were even better. They were collector's cards and stickers. That was a good. Any chance of doing a live stream with? I don't know if they'd be allowed to do a live because of all the red tape and all the things that you have to go through just to get to get them on, just to chat to them. I think no, because anybody can. It's as if you guys could jump. You know, it would need to be vetted massively. So I could probably do it, but without the chat, or chat only for you guys to be able to do it. Yeah, it would just, the litigation would just be it'd be crazy. It'd have to, it's to say, I don't think so. And to be fair, I wouldn't even ask them because I know how difficult it is to get yeah, anything. It's quite funny because even though I know them and I could ask them to do an interview, they would then also yeah, you can just chat to me. They would then refer me to whoever I've got to speak to get it passed through or whatever, and they would probably have to be that, yes. Whereas when I get to speak to them, I can get to ask them whatever I want, and of course they can answer it if they want to as well. But also as well, you know, I was also said about Thunderclash that they were made remodeled after Legacy Mess. They didn't say that. That's what fans said. Fans said it would be a good idea, but nobody actually confirmed it. What was I saying? I deliberately don't. I deliberately don't try and trip them up, you know, for obvious reasons. Funny enough, when 86 Meg was confirmed to be a tank, I got a load of hate saying, "Why didn't you ask him? Why didn't you ask him?" Because A, we knew that it wasn't going to be a gun, and B, I've got some of the quiz things here. Yeah, I'll do them next time. And B, why would I want to put him in an awkward position? And any of the questions that I do ask, people want me to ask them, like, why are your figures, you know, why are the whites going yellow? That would be something pretty cool, isn't it? You never know. You never know. As I say, they're brilliant. They're all brilliant, and the ones you see behind, like BMAC, who's not seen about too much. He's lovely as well. Yeah, it was a fan idea, but it really should happen. I don't know what we're talking about. Can't think what you're talking about then. But yeah, anything. If I'm going to ask them something, I'm not going to trip them up. I'm not going to say, the other thing as well is, yeah, like about these, which again, it's bad. I'm not sticking up for them. I'm not sticking up. I say sticking up for them, but the problems they've had with this, it's nothing to do with Evan and Mark. It's nothing to do with the fact that it hasn't been. You've missed 2 hours, unfortunately. Duke, we're going in a minute. But yeah, it didn't. It's not their fault, is it? It's not their fault what the factory did. So I'm never going to ask them questions that would do. You know, it's nothing to do with them. That was what fans have said they should do. Yeah, I don't know if they will do or not. I still get people arguing with me about Megatron could be a gun again in '94. Yeah, people don't. I don't understand it. They aren't working on the assembly line. Exactly. It makes me mad. Oh, you need to speak to them about this because this has gone white, or you need to speak to them about the QC about this. You need to. Honestly, people message me saying that. Exactly. There you go. That's all. That was all that matters. Then, Gabriel, you're happy with that, and that's what I say to people. That's all that matters. But I do genuinely in my Instagram get messages from people saying you need to ask them why my, I don't know, shattered glass star screen, which mine is as well. Why is it going yellow? Why would I ask them that? They didn't make it. They didn't get the plastic mixture mixed up or whatever. It's honestly, it's nuts. But as I say, it's exactly that, and they don't get it. But there we go. Mini rant over. It is now just gone midnight. I want to thank you all for jumping on. I know a load of people are only waiting on until we wrapped it up. But again, do not forget Tuesday, so 3 p.m. UK time. There's too many complaining. He's a tank. There's too many complaining about this, that, and all the other. We'll just keep our positiveness going on here. The next one will be Tuesday in time for the studio series, so we get to see all of the studio series. We get to see Megatron and see what they get to say about it as well. So I appreciate you all jumping on, guys. Thank you very much for the support. Yeah, there's going to be one on Tuesday. There's going to be one in July in 2 weeks as well, so it won't take long at all. I'll be chatting to you all. Yeah, loads over the next couple of weeks. Take care, guys. Thanks very much, Ben. I'll catch up with you separately as well. Exactly. I understand the defects happen. No, they shouldn't, but it's nothing to do with, as I say, Evan and what's it called? Evan and Mark. There we go, guys. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Good night. Boom. I will do bricks and I will give you a shout. Definitely. Thanks, Duke.